What are some mysterious, cult-like, bad vibes towns across the USA? Hildale, Utah is where the FLDS is based. They're a polygamist offshoot of the Mormon Church. Their leader is currently spending a life sentence for rape. The Netflix documentary Keep Sweet and Obey covers the sect and their crimes. It would be interesting if the guy per gallon driving the Google Maps car through all these places could chime in with experiences. Moscow, Idaho has an actual cult with thousands of followers. Their leader, a self-ordained pastor, has publicly stated he wants to take over the town and turn it into a theocracy. They are deeply misogynist. Marital rape isn't possible, and have a history of sexual abuse within their group. The leader defended a student of their college who raped his host family's daughter, excommunicated the daughter, and then presided over the rapist's wedding. Their members keep running for local office and failing, but they are buying up all the property in town and moving in people from all over the country to attend their private school, theology college, and church. Moscow also happens to be the town where the 4 University of Idaho students were murdered in 2022. Colorado City, as Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints stronghold. Lots of inbreeding. Seabrook, WA. It is idyllic. Perfectly idyllic. Too much so. Strong Stepford Wives vibes. I read somewhere that it was inspired by the town in The Truman Show. Clearwater, Florida. I had known it was the HQ for Scientology, but had never been there. Last month, I was visiting family in Florida and my best friend lives a few towns over from Clearwater. He took me to a place that entailed driving through downtown Clearwater. It is impossible not to notice that every building had brand new paint. All the shops looked sparking clean, and there was not a soul to be seen. All the neighboring towns had hundreds of people milling about, but Clearwater looked like a ghost town. It looked like the set of a Twilight Zone episode. Man, this was years ago, but it was around 1998 or 1999, when I was 9. My family drove us to Mount Rushmore from Denver. We stopped off the highway in a random Wyoming town with a population of just over 100. We had a choice between 2 restaurants and entered one, straight from a horror movie. When we walked in, the entire restaurant, packed with most of the town, fell silent. We ate and everyone was staring at us. My sister and I believed they were going to murder us. We left and it turns out our parents also thought we were going to be murdered. Moscow, ID. Home of the University of Idaho. 1/3 college students. 1/3 hippies. 1/3 Christ Church cult. The recent college knife murders don't help the vibes either. Centralia, PA is still on fire though they ruined the graffiti highway. I don't know if anybody still lives there today. When I went last there were a handful of hangers-on. Amboy, California, was a Route 66 boomtown, with a railroad stop. When I-40 was open, bypassing Amboy it withered and died. Only it didn't give up the ghost. There are some famous murders that occurred in town. If you can call it a town. It's only 3 buildings at a crossroad. Legend has it that Charles Manson and the Manson family would frequent the diner in the 1960s as it was the closest part of civilization to their nasty little hippie commune. Last time I was there was about 25 years ago. Driving through, there's not a lot of traffic that drives through obviously, but there are people that live there and as God is my witness, every time I've driven through, those people are outside in the scorching Mojave heat of the day staring you down as you drive past. Cairo IL is creepy AF. At one time it was a very important commercial center because of its river location. Now it's practically deserted and has really creepy energy. You can still see glimpses of how it might have been bustling. Edited to fix typo. And charming back in the day. Collinsville, OK has a diner named Karen's Country Corner, formerly Country Corner, where the local chapter meets or used to meet every week. Used to have racist signs on the edge of town. One of the most racist places I've ever had the misfortune of finding myself. Mora NM is pretty damn scary to outsiders. Lots of rural mountain towns that are isolated from tourists can be strange. I've spent a lot of time in WV in Arkansas, but rural NM is probably the most hostile place to outsiders I have been. Gold Bar, WA. Beautiful view of the Cascade Mountains. Meth and white supremacists everywhere. Crestone, Colorado. It's easily the most bizarre place I've been to in the US. Lots of shoeless hippies, spiritualists, cult members, followers, and the like. Just a weird vibe all over. Some of the people are nice. There are some good artists there. But there's also a main square park where you'll almost always see these desperate, strung out people with an overloaded geoprism just sitting in the park like, well, I'm here. What next? Realizing they just drove across the country with $2 and a dream of getting high every day and chanting only to find a still expensive Colorado weirdo town of barely a couple hundred people. Nowhere for them to live. And no jobs to be found. There's a weird, tents-only neighborhood there that's really something to see. There's also an alien landing site nearby. Or at least that's what it claims to be. I am probably misunderstanding the assignment, but Tonopah, Nevada, the Clown Motel, located next to the Tonopah Cemetery, is a popular place to stay because of all the reports of being haunted by ghost clowns and miners who were killed in the 1911 Belmont mine fire. Skidmore, Missouri. Stopped at a bar in Elco, Nevada on a road trip. Seemed like a fun place from the outside. Some woman walks up to us and goes, "Hi, I'm so-and-so. What are you doing here? You're not from around here." Got lots of stares. Went to a casino across the street to escape. Casino was completely empty, but lit up, almost post-apocalyptic except for one janitor. We noped the hell out of there fast, felt like something really bad was going to happen. We decided not to find a local hotel and bounced. This was 2010. I can't explain it, but Itah NY gives off old money. We are every nice and well-educated progressives who happen to hold a early lottery to see who gets sacrificed to appease the ancient one vibes. I live in Western Washington, which is generally very high on the creep factor. But no place has weirded me out more than Wasilla AK.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.